Hey everybody, Mac and Damer here for OCR Kings, and today we're going to do a deep dive on Spartan's new shoe. This is the OCR Speed Shoe 2021 edition, is that correct?
Yep, the fastest shoe in OCR.
Fastest shoe in OCR. There it is.
It's now listed on Spartan's website.
All right, we have an unboxing video, and you can actually see these in action on Spartan's YouTube channel in the Bethel, New York Tri-State Spartan Sprint video. So definitely check that out. We'll put a link to that below. We'll also put a link to these on Spartan's website down below as well. So basically we got these, we took them out of the box, and then we ran the Spartan Sprint in Bethel, New York.
Yep, and we did two that day, so we did it back to back. So we kind of did two quick races in those.
So there is footage in that video that I just mentioned on Spartan's YouTube channel where people were losing their shoes in the mud. Yes. Okay, no joke. It's right in the beginning. People's shoes were getting suctioned right off of their feet. These things, what do you think?
They stayed on.
They stayed on pretty good.
They stayed on. They're definitely. Yep.
So there's this lacing system right here. Okay, go real close. See how the laces don't go right into the shoe and like a hole over here? There's a hole and there's this little stringy piece, okay, that the lace goes through like an eyelet. To me, it felt like it locked the foot down in the shoe a lot more.
Or at least spread out where the lace was biting in, kind of over a larger surface. So
exactly,
it just held on to the foot a little bit more. No pressure points. I didn't feel anything.
So you ran in these also at Palmerton?
I did.
Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I rode them at Palmerton too. No issues. It was like Palmerton was very slick.
Right on?
They felt pretty good. I mean, I think just about all of us were slipping and sliding on some of those downhill trails specifically. They were like wet in the woods. But I mean, drainage was awesome.
Oh, good point. I think the drainage is phenomenal in these. I did the Savage race, which was basically underwater. It was like everything except a dive, and there were no fins. But I mean, it was soggy. Okay, Damer's talking about these right here. Okay, they're labeled Hydrain, Hydrain, okay?
Yeah, so those holes are on previous Spartan shoe models, but I mean, they did it right. They've always been there. Those are awesome.
That with every footstep, the water just went shooting right out of there.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the lugs?
I mean, they're good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. Their website says they're 6.5 millimeter.
Okay. I think those definitely.
Yeah, I was like, they're definitely not the largest ones we've seen on shoes, but they're not nowhere near the smallest. So I think it's a nice, aggressive tread.
I think you're right.
Like, yeah, I've got no complaints about them at all.
These did pretty well for me versus others, we'll say, and we'll leave it at that. That didn't do so well. These did well for me on the Z-Wall with the smaller Spartan blocks. I felt more grip with these than I had in other soggy experiences on the Z-Wall, so that was cool.
Even that trail we just did today, which is why we're
soaking wet,
covered in sweat,
giant mess.
So it's like there's that one mud crossing that we did where we like jumped on those wet rocks. Mm-hmm. It was like, how did they do on that wet rock traverse? Because last time I did this exact trail, I was not wearing those, and I ate it there big time.
I did great. I saw you, and I stepped, and I was like, cool. And then I saw you like looking for the next footfall, and I was going too fast. And I was like, I'm glad I'm still on this one, but my other foot in the air was like, I'm not going to chance it on that rock. That rock felt like a giant piece of ice. Yeah. So I'm okay. I got all my teeth and didn't break any bones, so I'm happy there. So they did okay. So far we've done Spartan Sprint, Bethel, New York. We did Palmerton, you did.
Yep.
And I did the 2 Savage races. So we've put some miles in these things. Okay. What I've noticed for me, okay, so if you like a wider toe box, okay, there's a brand out there that has a super wide toe box that's really comfy. It's not as wide as those, but these are wider than previous models, and they're way wider than like the VJs.
Yeah.
That had this terrible pinch here and here. So no rubbing for me on the Tootsies.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which would be here.
I did not have toe issues on those.
Okay.
Yep.
I like that. These are not super wide, but they are decent. They're
Yeah.
not like torpedoes. They've got some splay in here. I do like that.
Yep.
I don't use this part to climb the rope, okay?
Yeah.
But you
I do.
You do.
I absolutely do. I do like a J hook technique on the rope
with the bite.
and I think it helps.
They do
I
it?
think it's
Okay.
awesome. Yep.
Awesome. I got to start doing that.
Yep.
You know, when we're doing these multiple races stacked up on each other,
That's
I think a
right.
little foot boost would.
You are a tough guy. Just monster it up with the arms. So it's like I'm definitely technique, and the shoes. I mean,
I got to try this.
I mean they're not.
can see.
I mean they're just tiny, but it's just enough to a little bit of friction so the rope doesn't kind of slide through between your feet.
So it's
But I definitely
here
don't
and through.
do the 2 feet together pinch move. It's definitely a J hook style and step down on it. So you make the rope does a kind of a J or like an S. So,
Perfect.
shoe works great. One thing I know between this shoe and previous models is the underfoot.
We fielded some questions on that.
It's like I do not like when you feel every rock
Yeah.
through the bottom of your foot, and after a while it just starts to hurt.
It hurts.
Yeah, it's like foot gets achy, and then you just get foot problems, and everything's off balance from that point. So I think these have more padding,
Definitely.
more cushion underneath.
I think there's
So,
a shank, because
yeah,
this
like
is
a-
real firm.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a little rock shield in there or something.
Right in there. But I also noticed that this is some squishy foamy padding here. I do like the
I like
old
that.
shock
I just think
absorption
there's a little bit more there.
on the shins. Okay.
Yep.
So from my thumb, it's about that thick. If you can see, it's pretty good. What's the drop on these?
So the drop right from Spartan's website, it's 5 millimeter.
Okay.
They're saying their weight 320 grams.
Is that for?
Yes, it just doesn't say pair, so we'll have to.
It's child size, not man size.
Yeah,
Adult size. Size 12. These are size 12. So the weight is pretty good for a shoe of that size. But these 12s, for me, true to fit. You know,
Yep.
true to size, rather. I didn't have to go bigger or smaller or anything.
Yep, and that's the same with me. It was like I'm a size 10, and a lot of my shoes are 10.5s. But with these, I went 10, and they're on the money.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
It was like I'm glad I didn't go up a size. It was like I don't have any heel lift. It was like they're staying snug. They're staying where they're supposed to be. No blisters at all. No toe rub. No jamming of the toes, which I also had a problem with.
What do you think about their zigzag tongue? I like it. I
It's
don't get rubbing over here
yeah.
on like the top of my foot here. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Yep. It doesn't.
Okay.
It didn't bother me. It didn't even come up as an issue. So
Yeah, you didn't even like think about it. I do like the fact that the tongue is kind of thin-ish or breathable. I don't know how to describe
definitely
it
super
adequately.
Yep.
Another trivial point, I don't know if anybody cares about that. I do. I like these laces. They're like a flat, not that like cylindrical sort of dental floss.
wire and even the tightening system on those that wire style I don't like because once it gets dirt jammed in it,
Right.
you don't know if it's going to
So for what?
rebite.
Right, exactly. You don't know if it's going to just come undone and stay that way.
Yeah.
So there it is. They're like a ribbed nylon type of thing, but they're flat, and to me they sit flatter on the foot,
Yeah. Yep.
so you don't get like that rubbing. I like them. I like these. These are.
Yeah. So definitely favorite Spartan shoe so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, absolutely what we're wearing this season, and been enjoying them so far.
Definitely.
Got some of our longer races about to kick off, so some
You're gonna see these.
supers and beasts coming up.
Right.
So
So look for these,
Yeah.
out there on the course, on our feet. Hopefully, we'll see you out there. Definitely going to see these if you catch any shots of our feet in the videos.
Yep.
So those will be on Spartan's channel. Look for them there. Definitely check out the link to these. We'll put these links in the description below,
Yep.
and the link to the Spartan Sprint in Bethel, New York. Check those out. Subscribe over there. Subscribe over here if you haven't done so already.
that's right.
And sign up for some races, and we'll see you out there on the course, hopefully. Okay? This has been Mac and Damer for OCR Kings, and reminding you, as always, train hard.
Have fun.